visitors to our city. It's a well-known fact in the tourism business that the LGBT community has a lot of discretionary income, more so than perhaps some other communities. And therefore it is worth a group to market to. Atlantic City has, Harrah's 4 casinos have a gay weekend once a year. Resorts just opened a gay bar, the first one in a major casino, or a casino in Atlantic City. Just some observations. As a side note, I thank you for listening to me over the years, but I won't be wasting your time or mine anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments, Mr. Grubb?
Danny Grubb, 2420 Henderson Place. I just wanted to remind council, you received the final draft on the new zoning ordinance tonight. I think it should be noted to you that was forwarded to you by the Planning Commission without any questions or any comments, and was forwarded to you unanimously. That raises a red flag, and I think you've got a lot of work to do in the months ahead. I want to raise the issue of the EMS Center again. Council, in its infinite wisdom, saw fit to increase taxes, provide the funding to build a new EMS center. It's been 6 months. We don't have a shovel in the ground. I thought we had a strong mayor form of government. It seems pretty weak to me. The City Council in Bethlehem traditionally operates in a very open fashion. And there are some members of this council that I think take the lead on that particular issue. But I want to caution you, because I think you handled the Human Relations Commission discussion, public discourse very, very well and very openly. But tonight you also approved a steel stacks lease. It was born out of a process that was one of the most closed processes this city has ever seen. And it involved public investment of $27+ million. I would suggest don't reach around and pat yourselves too heavily on the back, because on the one hand you were very open, and on the other hand you were just part of the game. And I don't think that serves the people of Bethlehem well. Now granted, you were backed into the corner again by the city administration and the redevelopment authority. But I think in the spirit that council ordinarily likes to operate, on that particular issue, the ball was dropped. And I think you need to work a little bit harder to ensure that when those kinds of issues come before you for your support, that they come before you in time for you to operate in that open fashion. Thank you.
Thank you. Over here, then the gentleman.
Thank you again. Dina Hall, 1602 Monocacy Street, City of Bethlehem. I'm Vice President of the Board of Directors of Godfrey Daniels on East 4th Street on the south side. And in our last board meeting, we discussed what we were hearing about new parking meters and related things on the south side. We're already feeling some very strong negative effects with the extended parking meter usage until 9 o'clock. We do produce shows, and have been there since 1976, by the way, shows on Friday and Saturday nights where our patrons come in 7:30, 8 o'clock start time, and they're not able to leave until the show is over, which would be about 10 o'clock at night. So they really are coming in for a 3-hour, sometimes 2-3 hours. They're not able to go out and feed a meter. What I'm learning, starting to learn about the new meter process, they're even going to be harder because you can't feed meters. There's something about machines, pay stations. We are really struggling with trying to, it's become a real negative effect, the parking Just the fact that it's extended Friday, Saturday nights, and we really don't know. We don't have a solution, but we really do need one, and as do some other. I can't speak for the restaurants. I'm sure someone like Touchstone Theater, Banana Factory, anyone else that is producing events where people are in one place for a long period of time, they cannot go out and move their car or put money in the meter, and we really do need you to consider some other plan. A parking garage would be wonderful, but I don't know how much that's going to cost. Thank you.
Thank you. Gentleman in the back.
Hi, my name is Timothy Gardner. I live at 715 North New Street. I have been here for all 4 of the meetings that you have talked about for the non-discrimination ordinance, and I am very appreciative that you passed it tonight, not only for myself as somebody who has looked at moving out of town and perhaps moving to a town that had an ordinance, and now knowing that living here, that I'm also protected as a member of the LGBTQI community. Also, I am very appreciative that while I work for Lehigh and they supported the bill, that the benefits and the support that I receive on campus by a policy similar to what you passed tonight is also for my fellow members that work side by side with me on campus that are not protected because they're outsourced employees, and now that they will be protected under the same policies that I receive as a member of this community and now also as a member of Lehigh. And if there should be things that happen in the future, such as events that support the LGBT community here, just as we support the Latino and Latina and Hispanic communities here and other communities, I would highly welcome that in our community and hope that happens. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Please.
Louise Sable, Valeriano, 3114 East Boulevard. The topic I want to bring up tonight is a proposal that was in the newspaper fairly recently that all city and county announcements of all meetings, all bids to be put out, and all such announcements must be put on the internet only and not in newspapers. Now, this is up in a bill that is being proposed, and this is Bill number 633, House Bill 633, and Senate Bill 803, 804, and 805. The newspaper published these whole page notices, and I'm very glad they did. If notices will only be on the internet in the future and not in the newspaper, there are many, many senior citizens who are not on computers, don't have access to one, and would not be able to find out about meetings that are to be held. Many of them are interested. You'll see many older people come to these meetings as well. And I also am not a computer user. I rely on the newspaper to tell me what meetings are being held and what time, zoning, planning, etc. We would be deprived of this information. And since young people are all computer savvy, many old people are not, about half of them are not. I would consider this age discrimination, and I resent it. Do you know anything about, I don't know when this bill is to come up for vote, if it is not already voted on, or if it is still to come up? Do you know anything about that?
Louise, let me answer that. If you call Representative Brennan's office tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'll check the status of the bill. I'm not sure, I don't think it was voted on yet, but there's been some discussions on it for the past 4 to 6 weeks in dealing with it. But I could check the status of it tomorrow if you call.
Okay, I will, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? This meeting's adjourned.